Hey, we love that umbrella guy. All right. Thank you.
I'm calling from Los Angeles, and I'm having a little problem under the name ThATuMBRELLAgUY. I sent him my phone number at least 20 times in the chat and told him to call me. He ignored me. I'm a man. I filed the report. If you guys could take a look at it and give me a call back, I would love to hear what you guys can do to help us. We really need to kind of stop this guy at least until Monday. I told him to call me. I'm a man.
You know what? I talk to your mayor.
I like my haters like my coffee, extra mad and bitter. And then they're loyal like juice, so yeah, the man's a quitter. He's strapped face up behind the platinum grill. I style faceless, just spit these mic skills. And in the street killer, I will not be denied. That I'm mic'd up, I raise my head with pride. A force of nature, cruising the whip, doing walk-bys on your boulevard. Face my verbal cliff. In this land of live streams, baby, I'm on the road. Got my feet on the media, scraping them up my souls. It's that umbrella guy facing the accusers. Cleated out size 14s, crushing all those losers. It's that umbrella guy, they said we couldn't make it. Never ask permission, just sense I'll go and take it. The media buzzwords, they will never save you. Listen and believe it's meant to enslave you. Challenging the hypocrites, and baby, I'm on fire. They flash titles like they're royalty, but it's true that I'm a journalist. Scribble nursey rhymes, one in this grill in a basket, with a tisket and a tasket, and their morals in a casket. No morals in a casket. They're always pushing make-believe and weaving straw to gold, but I'm sick of all the fairy tales and buying what I'm sold. Strolling into the backyard, taking truth on tour, baby, there is sickness, and that umbrella guy's got the cure. Look, it's that umbrella guy knocking at the door. No more ministry of truth than the plot of 1984. I'm dumping all my verbal clips, the case is filled with knowledge. They're on the mic like kindergarten, and I'm taking them to college. Why the mask, baby? Cause this has to be a crime. I'll take the mic and boom, there in the chalk outline. I used to throw elbows, but now I'm dropping nukes. You wrote another hit piece, isn't that cute? And the worst part, they'll never learn it before the stakes start channeling, crash and burn. They pretend that we need to get their permission. That umbrella guy crushing their ambitions. You're not my competition, it's that umbrella. It's that umbrella guy steamrolling them out for fun. Mic check, mic wreck, paging this army of one. There's no hesitation, no doubt, not even a scintilla. The Tokyo baby and me, I'm Godzilla. Crushing them like Godzilla, like Godzilla.
Like Godzilla. What's up, kids? welcome. Man, you know, I really learned something today. I learned that I hate daylight savings time. I hate waking up and losing an hour. You know, I do like it on the other side of it. I'm sure like most people, when you go to bed and you get an extra hour in there, that's nice, but, getting denied that hour is definitely not fun. I was like, "Is this ridiculous?" Oh, man. You know, it really gets me. Like, I know people who work, 12s or even 16-hour shifts at some places. Ugh. Know somebody who works, like I said, a 16-hour shift. You get home, you barely have any time to sleep by the time you drive home and everything, and then lose an hour on top of it. I mean, that's like torture, you know? They got 2, 16-hour shifts on a weekend. Like, oh, that's terrible. That is terrible freaking way to go with it. Yeah, exactly, Roy. Roy's like, "Hey, then the government just needs to pick a time and stick with it." Yeah, there was a time there was a time way, way back in the past where daylight savings, it made more sense, when we rolled on the old farmer's time, but not really anymore. Now it's more like getting tortured. Ugh. Oh, man. Give me 1 minute here. Tomorrow, just a note, I am not sure if I will be live streaming tomorrow or not. Tonight, we'll see how tonight goes too. It I'm prepping for some stuff tomorrow. So if I'm like, oh, this stuff is murdering me, I might have to go off. But I really wanted to talk about this new lawsuit stuff that's popping up. The video yesterday got me really interested because they were talking about with what the hales, they're talking about the encroachment and everything that has to do with ye old memorial, all of that drama. And it's fascinating because it looks like it's going to turn into another lawsuit. That's what it looks like you're going to have here. So you'll have yet another lawsuit with people that these people just, it's like certain people want to have drama, but they want to have drama to this insane level. I'm like, man, some of these people are just they're crazy anyway, because all of these folks joining up with the drama that's been going on with the PR channel, with LMNOP. I mean, all this stuff is just absolutely wackadoo. But I guess that seems to be the new norm. You can't just have a decent relationship with the people that bought your property. You can't. Nope. Got to have drama, 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 and it does amaze me. It's like it's like that place is a drama factory. And I guess it's certain people. I'm not, when I look at Otter Creek, I'm looking at it from outsider, and I'm sure many, I've talked to a few people actually, and I'm very sure that many people there are decent people, but as an outsider to this small community, the image that some of these folks project, Lord, why would anyone want to get near that? And maybe that works out for certain people. Maybe they want a close community, but the problem is that community, I mean, it's on its last legs. I was looking up videos. I remember this. I was looking at videos of Otter Creek because I'd never heard of it before. And every video that you have with Otter Creek, like from a larger YouTuber, talks about a town that was, or a place that was, and it talks about all the dead industry there. And you would think that people would want somebody that would come in and maybe inject capital, which would be lifeblood into their communities. But what do I know, right? What do I know? I mean, you would think that's what people would be hoping for, though, instead of trying desperately to drive somebody away. But then again, I guess when you keep a community locked down like that, if you can keep it from changing, Well, the people that squeeze money out of it, they can continue to do that. People that keep it locked down, they can continue to do that. It's just ridiculous. This community, the way that it's set up, the optics for it. And again, that's not a judgment on the people that live there. I'm just saying the way that it reflects to the outside, it is an absolute nightmare. And I'm sure the people there, God, they have to hate that too, you know? Hmm. Yeah, I saw the you guys have the right approach to covering such an important topic. Yeah, see, here's the way I look at it. You know, it amazes me. I'm going to rant about this for just a second, okay? It amazes me that people, they're okay with you covering, like for me, okay. If I covered a celebrity case, right? Like Blake Lively going on right now, plenty of people are like, hey, cover that, cover that, cover that, cover that. People would want you to cover that for years, as long as it takes to play out, because it's celebrities. But there are plenty of people that do that. And I mean, I'm not saying I never will, you know. I mean, I've dropped a couple of videos on it, but this thing that's playing out here is one of the most insane cases I've seen. And more importantly, the people that are dealing with it, they don't have dedicated PR. They don't have mass media on their side. They don't have any of this. You got two people that, when I look at the folks that have rolled in on the other side of that, some of them are awful. They're sleazy. They're dangerous. And I think it's an important topic to cover. And I think it's one to continue to cover, because you have people, like, again, that are just dedicated daily to smashing these people and destroying their lives. Yeah, it's like nothing I've ever seen. And if we were talking about a celebrity, the entire world would care about this. But since it doesn't merit Hollywood or, you know, a big budget movie, somehow lives aren't important to some folks. So I'm glad people do hang with it and watch it. And it amazed me too. You know, one of the reasons a lot of other people don't cover is because the nut jobs on the other side of that, they pretty much, they threaten lawfare. And not only did they threaten lawfare, but they brought in some pretty nasty people. You know, nasty people they're just life ruinous, like just some terrible human beings. And that tactic worked. It did. And ultimately, it left a couple of people standing with some insanity. And I mean, the lawsuits have been crazy too. Everything in here, it's all wild. At one time, you know, we did, there was I guess a turning point in all of this stuff too. There was a turning point between the protective orders and the federal lawsuit. When you started getting close to the federal lawsuit, you know, when it started moving past the protective order in Florida, that's when things really amped up. And that's when everything went haywire. And you look at what changed there. Well, it was the addition of certain people. They got involved. And when they did, they took this thing in out of the courtroom strata, and they took it in a direction that, well, it's just crazy. I think it's interesting as well. You know, I've seen people talk about the defamation claims, and how somehow in some way this stuff isn't defamation. I saw a discussion about this the other day coming out of the ecosystem. And they were trying to say that somehow in some way this doesn't meet the elements of defamation. You know, everything that's going on. And I was like, the elements of defamation are pretty simple to understand. You know, you got a false statement. You have the statement, its publication. They have a false statement. It's not true. It's presented as fact. That's why we always talk about, again, making factual statements versus making opinion statements. Then publication of something, like how exactly is that communicated to another human being? When publication can be online. It could be sticking signs in yards. There's many ways of publication, and this has met quite a few different ones if you look at the way that happens. Then you have the at-fault party. The at-fault parties with the defendants, that's the people you're suing. They're being malicious in what they're trying to do, and it has to be harmful. So with those 4 elements right there, now you look at it, you look at everything that's happened in this. Don't you think that meets all 4 elements for that? Let me throw something else in here too. I think this is funny. So I saw somebody discussing the fencing, and the fencing thing, the money thing. Let's look at something real quick. So there's been this discussion about nobody is owed any insight into fundraising, right? That old thing. And there was a discussion about where money has gone. Now, somebody sent me some screenshots, and this is kind of a flashback to now, because we had discussions about $56,000 going missing, about much more money being brought up and more. But what's fascinating is if you go back and you start looking at screenshots when there were fundraisers for the fencing and how much it would cost, you actually had a layout of what they were asking for. They said that they were acquiring 50 panels. Okay. They were going to acquire, give me 1 second here. They said that they were going to acquire 50 panels at $50 a piece. So that would be what, $2,500, and that they were getting gift cards for that. They were asking for gift cards to pay for things. Now they started putting up, again, they kept with this project and how it would be put together as well, over and over again. Hey, again, if you think about it again, you're talking without tax, you're now getting $2,500, right? And you could probably, to be honest, if you did it the right way, you could actually probably get the tax written off on a project like that. It'd be pretty easy. But interestingly, when you're talking about it, they were mentioning that in updates that they, as far as their gift cards, they were already halfway there for donations. So what's kind of fascinating to me, again, talking about money and expenditure, we had this weird total come up. It went from $2,500 being paid for with 48 donations of $50 a piece for, gift cards, to somehow it cost over $7,000. Even though all these measurements were supposedly different, you find out behind the scenes that a guy donated a $56K in one fell swoop, donates $56,000 to these fucking people. This is the wildest grift I've ever seen. I mean, right now they're also grifting on like I was talking about before. I talked about this the other day. You have a grift for the memorial fund again. Okay, for somehow, some way, you have the memorial fund yet again. You have, as far as the new thing that we're going to look at, you'll see surveys brought up. You have a survey grift going on. A survey that they can't even tell you what it costs, but they're raising money for it. That seems to be the norm, by the way. Hey, give money to something that we don't actually tell you the cost of. But, but, I mean, can you imagine that with anything else? Can you imagine if you went out and you were asked to give money to any corporation out there, and they didn't set some kind of standard for, they're not telling you, hey, we're going to feed the homeless or something. They're like, a project. Here's a project we're going to complete. Can you imagine if they didn't follow specific rules or guidelines? That would be illegal. But this, they just keep going. Keep getting that hand in that till, maybe. Hand in the till. They have found something. And you know what that tells you is this will never, ever stop. It won't. It'll never stop. Unless Jeremy Hills gets a win against pretty much all of them. And even then, I wonder if they'll be smart enough to stop. I mean, it's not just channel identities that have been born off of going after Jeremy Hales. It's these people's entire identity online, in life, that has become going after him. So check this out, though. I was watching this video yesterday. I thought this video was fascinating because it answered a lot of questions. It answered so much of it. Now, I thought about looking at this somewhat yesterday when we were talking about it, but instead, we went over some depot. There'll be some depot remaining. We will actually include that. Well, we'll see. Usually it would be on Monday that we conclude it, but again, I've got some medical testing going on tomorrow, so we'll see with that. We'll see how that goes. It's going to be a very busy day, it sounds like. So I'm not sure about that one yet, but we'll either finish it up Monday or maybe Tuesday at the latest. We'll try to get it right in, depending on how that works out. I'm hoping Monday. But I wanted to look at this too. I want to look at this. I still want to look at the Shara video as well. I still haven't gotten around to that one either, because we had that depot drop on us. But like I said, this is a fascinating video because it kind of spells out a lot of what's been happening with this. I hate to call it a property dispute. It's not really a property dispute when I buy something from you and I have it surveyed and have a surveyor come out multiple times, and yet what it sounds like is more, what's the best way to say this? Dealing with the rednecks. Maybe that's the best way. I don't know. I mean, I've seen the time. If you're in the South, especially, you see these types of folks. To deal with them, and it's not fun. You deal with the people that they get the old glunk glunk going, or worse. And I mean, you see it. You see. I don't know if you've ever had neighbors like that. It is not a good way to live. It is not a fun way to live whatsoever. So let's check this out. I kind of want to check it out because this is going to be another lawsuit. So you're talking about, and it's not the same litigation as everything else. You're not talking about the same type of litigation, but these are the same people that have been throwing in with these crazies, trying to damage it more. So I think I got a kid raider coming. So may stop right off the beginning to sort that. Yeah, I hear one. Give me 1 second. Hey, what's up, kiddo? What's up? What are you doing? What is that?
That was a yes.
That was a yes. Okay. Hey, are you having a lazy day today? You are? All right. Well, I'm live streaming.
What's that yellow thing for?
It's a super chat.
What does it say?
It's just somebody sending love. Somebody sending some love. Yep.
People say stuff.
Yeah, they do. They say a lot of stuff there. They send love and hearts.
What does it say?
That's somebody. That's Emmy. Can you say Emmy?
Emmy.
Yeah, that's she's sending love and hearts there. Isn't that nice?
Yeah.
Yep. And look, oh, look at this one. Hey, see the blue one? See
What?
Caroline? You say Caroline there?
Caroline.
Look at that. She's in a unicorn. Isn't that cute?
What about the money things?
Yeah, it's money too. Yeah. See, that's a money thing. What about the money thing?
Is money really?
Oh my gosh. You are a nut. You know that,
Fist bump?
right?
The bestie fist bump?
Oh yeah, we can have a bestie fist bump. Boom. There you go. All right. Let's do that.
Goodbye.
All right. Hey, you go watch your thing. I'm gonna go finish this up, okay? Well, I'm gonna go do this, okay? Yeah.
Are you done yet?
Am I done? I just started. Hey, look at this one. Hey, come here. Look at this one real quick. Hey, come here. Check this one out. It's one of those super stickers I show you. Check it out. Look. You like that? Look at that.
Looking.
Yeah, look at that. Look. You say Heidi?
Heidi.
Yeah, look.
What's
It's
the
laughing.
Money.
It's a money thing, and it's laughing too.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. You tapped the screen. It doesn't hurt it. But is it laughing there?
Yeah.
You putting a mask on. You're crazy.
Friggin' math.
Look. Oh, look. Here's Jack's mom. Can you say Jack's mom?
Jack Mom.
She says, it's a little money thing. There, she said that too. Look at that yellow one. What is your favorite color, by the way?
Yellow.
Yellow, yeah. And
What
look,
does it?
it says yellow for you. That's your favorite color.
I can see you, Dad.
Yeah, that's crazy, huh?
I can see everything.
Yep. She put on a mask.
It's a swigging mask.
Somebody gave me a Squid Game mask. So
I like this, but we need to take this off because you know go.
all right, well, I will later, okay? I'll take it off later. Come here, hey, come here for 1 minute, and then I gotta continue this here too. Oh look, somebody sent love. It's Becky. Can you say, hey Becky?
Becky.
Yeah, it says, much love to you and me and everybody. Isn't that nice?
Money.
Yep, that's nice. Oh, look, a PDW sent, look, a diamond.
And
Man.
money.
And a money, yes, of course, a money. What do you use money for? What do you like money so much for? Oh, she brought me an ad from a paper today. and the ad for the paper. What were you showing me in the ad?
There was candy stuff. It was Easter.
Yes, candy, Easter. She was like, Dad, look, they have listings for all this candy. It's crazy. That's so nuts. All right, kiddo. Hey, go upstairs. Give me 5. I need my 5s first.
Two high fives.
2 high fives. Give me 2 high fives, and then I'm gonna do
1,
my video.
2.
All right. I'll see you later. Love you.
Have a good live stream.
I will. Thank you.
And
Thank
make
you,
sure
thank you.
that does come to my room and say game time with game time where you go.
Oh my gosh. Look at this. Come here. Wink, right? I guess you can see a couple more. Look at that one. Can you say Navy vet?
Navy vet?
Look at that. Wow, it says. Isn't that cute?
Yeah, it has the money.
That one has ice cream. That's Caroline. Can you say Caroline?
Caroline.
Yeah, it's got ice cream
It's
on
like
that
the
one.
movie Caroline the movie.
Yep, it sure is. There's Rebel Bird.
And money.
Yep. It's got money, of course. Can you say Rebel Bird?
Wood.
Yeah. Got. Ooh, look at that. There's a high five. Just like you like. Just like you were giving me, you know? Oh, man. Can you say, I have my favorites?
I have my favorites.
Yeah. So 10, they said that they were putting together a package to mail stuff. That'll be cool, huh? You know, like remember that kit we got where you could draw and stuff? Remember all that stuff we got with the paint? That was fun. There's Subi Sue.
What paint?
You remember when we got the big box in the mail? And we got all the painting? We got the window things that you could put up.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah. I saw
You
you
remember
were
those?
talking about other paints.
Yeah. There's Subi Sue. Can you say Subi Sue?
Super and
So-
money. The
Yeah, she
people-
said, well, that's what she said. That's for you, Candy Bunny.
Candy money?
Yeah, that's it. Oh, look, here's some more candy money from Kasha.
Candy money.
Yeah, can you say Kasha?
Kasha.
Yeah.
Candy money.
Oh, come Come here since you started this. Here's Eshan. Can you say Eshan?
His shine.
And she said they loves it when you come in. Yep, they love it. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, she said, look, Here's Lady Tammy. She said she loved hearing from you when you said, "Oh, have a good live stream." Yeah, she's nice like that. There's Bunny Mom. Sent you $10
For candy?
For candy. That's what it says, actually, for candy. How can you?
Money for candy for
Well,
me.
can you say thank you?
Thank you.
There's Lisa. Can you say Lisa?
Lisa, and
Money. There's money for candy. Yeah. Cynic in Chief. He says, when am I doing this 7K bug candy fundraiser?
yeah, candy
Look,
money.
Laura B sent you a cat.
And a money.
And money. Let's not forget that. That's
You
fun.
know I go send that money on.
Okay. Hey, give me a
Can't
high five. I got to do my video for real. Okay. We goofed off for a long time. Here. The big jump up. High five. All right. Here. Give me the high five. Yeah. All right. Go. Do your thing. Love you.
Just tell me when your live stream's over.
I will. I will for sure.
Just say game time because I'm going to play game W.
Okay. Well, after my live stream, you can come down and play games. Okay.
Just tell me your live stream's over. Say game time. Which one?
Okay.
Which one do you want to say? Game time or live stream's over?
We'll play Rampage after live stream's over. Okay.
Okay, and we have to have a 2-player fighting game.
Okay. Well, there's Lewis. Since you money, can you say thanks, Lewis?
Thank you, and you know I sent the money on candy. Candy,
Yeah.
candy, 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 candy.
Well, look, Iowa gal sent you money too.
So candy,
Yeah.
I buy
I'm buying candy.
that.
Oh my gosh, what a nut! All right, I'm gonna start this. I'll never get started otherwise, because Miss Just One More Thing will never let me start. So let's start this here. All right, I'm gonna start it up. Here we go.
Sheriff deputy was on Lynette's property as she was complaining that my cameras were over 10 feet tall. And according to her, Lisa Weeks, Lisa Lee Repulsive, the walrus told her that in Florida, you can't have cameras over 10 feet tall. Therefore, I was going to jail. Well, here I am on my own property. And this is my property here. Now, this here, that's owned by Central Florida Electric. And as you can see up top, there's two cameras that have been used to break the civil protection order that we have. Multiple on Lynette, on Crook. And I'm not a genius by any stretch of the imagination, but I'm pretty sure that's higher than 10 feet.
Yeah, that's
fact,
definitely.
This is Brian and
You could look at that, like right off the bat. If you haven't seen this yet, what do you think the problems are with these cameras? What do you think the actual problem with is from this? I could tell you what a problem was right off the bat. Like when you look at this, you think about your neighborhood and stuff. What's the problem with this camera here? I'm giving it a minute because it takes a second for the chat to catch up. So what do you think? Like, can you see an issue here? Because when I look at it, yeah, exactly. They're not supposed to be there. They're on utility poles. The utility poles are not owned by you. They're owned by the state or local government, whatever. They're not owned by you, though. You're not supposed to be sticking freaking cameras on them. That's not how it's supposed to work out. It's wild that these people all get together. They tell you stupid things that they themselves don't apply to. When they're talking about the 10-foot, you can look at that right there. First of all, the 10-foot thing is not correct. But if it was, haven't they violated? Wouldn't they putting themselves into jail? And Jeremy's right in this. They've been talking about forever that he's going to go to jail because cameras are over 10 feet. And it fascinates me considering how many of these people violate that themselves. It amazes me. Let's continue.
Tina, and they're pretty stupid when it comes right down to it. All right, let's see if I can get up there. Number one, they illegally sold me property, and Tina was in charge of it as the oldest sister of 7, I believe. All right, there's 9 feet. George, look over here. There's 10 feet right there. If I go down, oh my goodness, is that over 12 feet? Oh no, are my neighbors going to jail too? Well, you can have your cameras at any height. As a matter of fact, the deputy told her I could have a drone over her property. Yep. What you can't do is put your cameras on a telephone pole owned by the company itself.
Sheriff's office.
Now, all of this is going to cover a lot of stuff here, but again, if you've not seen, if you have, it's still a fascinating watch. But what everything's going to cover here, again, it's talking about the I don't want to call it a dispute. I'm going to call it more of an encroachment on someone else's property, and how they've turned it into a drama circus. Now they've tried to claim one thing and not the other. Now they include Jeremy included this. I like this video here actually because it does showcase something that I don't think that LMNOP or the 2Ls really wanted public facing, and that's the fact that while the police are there, you have LMNOP on the phone to Lisa, which is, again, a fascinating thing. Check this out, though. I just watched it. I'm going to let most of it play. We've seen Shara uploaded that, but it all fits into this video. So I'm going to let most of this just play right here. I'll stop it around the Lisa thing.
Miss Preston? Hello. What can I do for you today?
Well, we wanted to ask some questions.
Okay.
You see, we built a 6-foot fence.
Yes.
We have hopefully changed our expectation of privacy.
Okay.
Under the rules and the laws that we've read, we have now, expectation of privacy in our yard.
Okay.
Hales is driving by now, raising the camera up above our fence so he can film still.
Okay. Well,
is there a law?
Well, you said that you read the laws.
Right.
What laws that you're referring to?
Well, we read privacy laws in Florida. We read about if a person has a fence that takes away the expectation, it gives them an expectation of privacy.
It just amazes me. I do have to throw this here. Like, it amazes me that police, you call them, okay? When you call the police, you should have all of this ready. If there really is a statute, and you can quote a statute and say that person over there, they're violating it, you should have it right in front of you, right? I mean, that would make sense, yeah? Because sometimes the police have no idea what they're talking about. And if you think they're going to be wrong, you think somebody is causing problems and they need to stop or more, you would think you'd have everything on hand. I mean, they have been they talked about this for months. They still talk about it to this day. Like it's one of their big gotchas. They think that's going to be one of the big moments. And yet they did have the police out there. You notice they never told you either that the police were out there. This was something that you found out in a more roundabout way, but they never disclosed that the police told them, no, that's actually not correct. They just kept going with it. But again, the moron viewers of all of that, they never actually check into the law. They never actually check into what's happened with the police or anything else. Let's continue.
We're in our yard. We're now built a fence to protect our privacy.
Okay.
Privacy fence.
Do you happen to know what statutes those are?
No, I can get them.
Because that would help because I'm not familiar with any of those statutes.
Okay, I'm gonna have somebody look them back up and get back with me then. And I have all kinds of pictures now. We have cameras on the fence, so they catch them doing it both ways.
Okay. The only laws I'm familiar with when it comes to reasonable expectation of privacy and violation thereof is going to be, anytime you're inside your own dwelling, whether you're in a changing station, a bathroom, dressing stalls, tanning booths, things of that nature, it's not going to necessarily be property. Because even though you have a fence, for instance, here, this is still all completely wide open, though, too.
You can't see this over the fence without going above the fence, except his cameras that are still, and there's a law about that, too.
About what?
The cameras have to be 10 foot and below. Those are 15.
10 feet and below for what?
To make it eavesdropping and voyeurism And there's another word. His cameras are 15 foot up so that they can see our entire property.
Okay. Well, I'm not familiar with any of those laws either, because I also know that having a drone and flying it over private property is a civil matter. It's not even a criminal matter in nature.
It's not a drone. It's a camera.
Well, I'm saying if we're talking about the height difference and how a camera can't be above 10 feet, for instance, but a drone can fly much higher than that, and that's just a civil infraction. That's not even criminal. You know what I mean?
No, she doesn't.
If you
he's like, you know what I mean? And you notice all you get there is silence. It's like it went right overhead, much like a drone, right over her head. You got to admit, that's pretty funny. It's just, she had so much to say until he was like, hey, drone, drone can fly over your property. That's not a criminal issue. That's a civil issue. You know what I mean? It's like, whoosh. Does it even register? I don't think it's I don't want to hear that either. I think it's a for real. Does it even register? That's too good.
You have statutes, I'm happy to look at them. I'm just not familiar with anyone to reference.
Can you get me all the statutes that we found about privacy in backyards once you have the privacy fence and of the cameras? How high they can be and how high they can't be. I'll have to get them back to you. We'll print them out, and I guess we'll just bring them all in.
Oh, like up to the office?
Yeah, I got a whole legal team now, and they've been searching every law, every criminal code.
Now, I like that. I've got a whole legal team, considering apparently they're trying to play. Now, I wonder about this too. Megan and I were talking about this, and she said something I had not thought about. I wonder if two L's are trying to call themselves part of the quote unquote legal team to pull the same shit they tried to say with Shara. Now, we're part of the legal team, so you can't look at our discussions, our emails and whatnot, because that's protected. I wonder if that's the big plan. I wonder if it's, they thought that out just as much as they thought out the 10 feet and above cameras and statutes.
Everything that there is.
Right.
Because this has got to stop. What more can we do?
Well, let me see really quick.
Well, what more? Technically, what more can we do to stop this shit?
Okay, one more.
We're not moving. I'm not giving up what I came here to do with my daughter because this man is obsessed.
So this is the only statute that I'm aware of. Okay, and I can show it to you right here. 810.145, digital voyeurism. Okay. And down here, it defines what reasonable expectation of privacy is according to Florida statutes. And it defines, circumstances in which a reasonable person would believe that he or she could fully disrobe in privacy without being concerned that the person's undressing is being viewed, recorded, or broadcast by another, including but not limited to interiors of buildings, bathrooms, changing rooms, fitting of the dressing room.
Though. That's just like, that's an indoor thing. It's an outdoor. Hold on. Hey Siri, is there a Florida?
Hey Siri, you got the cops there, but you're like, hey Siri. Yeah, when I want to look up and research my my legal rights, I'm like, hey Siri, can you tell me those? Is Siri part of the legal team? I'm curious.
To protect me in my backyard from being videoed.
Where does your property line end?
We start down there where the fence starts.
Well, I mean in the back here.
In the back?
Mm-hmm.
Goes way back. There's a marker back there, and there's a marker back here in the corner.
This property back here, does that belong to anybody? Or is that yours or somebody else?
Hudson's own part of it.
Because this looks like a camper or something back there. That's why I'm asking. And then there's another residence over on this side.
The Hudson's their house is right there.
And
our property line goes. There's a stake back there.
I don't know if you necessarily have an argument for reasonable expectation of privacy with the way that things are set up here. You have
he's filming from there, not there.
Well, what I'm saying is you have a privacy fence, but it's not about who is filming. It's about that anybody can film. So even though you have a privacy fence there.
The guy.
For real, does that count as a privacy? If I mean, just think about this. Does it count as a privacy fence? You know, when you have 25%, like when I think about a fence, like a fence is when I fence off a property, we're talking about a complete fencing. You know, if I have something that is only forward facing on the road, is that an actual privacy fence or is that 25% of a privacy fence? And that's what he's talking about with the reasonable expectation of privacy. You know, they didn't build a privacy fence. They just put up a bunch of wood panels on the road and they were like, yeah, we're totally, you know, we totally have privacy. And what you find out, if you go back far enough, you find out too that they've had disputes with other neighbors. Remember the pulling up and pooping in? You remember that video? You remember the if you're not quiet, I'm gonna slap you in the mouth, that video? Yeah, that whole thing was about another dispute with other neighbors. So it's just fascinating to me that they pulled the we're not worried about anyone else when they've had so many problems with everybody. Oh, Lord. But that's not even a privacy fence. Maybe that's a privacy ladder right there. Look, there's another privacy ladder.
Filming from the street over our fence. That's why we built the fence.
Well, what I'm saying is...
No one has filmed us from back here.
Sure, but what I'm saying is...
Private property. You can't get on it.
Sure, but what I'm saying is that anybody can film back here toward your property.
Yeah, they're morons too. Private property, you can't go on it. No, you can't. And he's not going on your property. But when you built your stupid ass fence, you didn't build it high enough. So anybody that's driving by and you can see it in pictures from the road, the stupid ass fence is not tall enough. If you really wanted it, and I wonder, honestly, I can't decide if that's ineptitude, which that's very possible, you know, that they're just idiots, or if they didn't build it high enough because they wanted to continue the drama and the grift. Because if suddenly there was nothing to complain about anymore, then what would they talk about? They can't talk about the legal case because they don't know crap about how it works. God, there's a video, he's laughing about this yesterday and part of today, where BBB went on and was talking to Hale about his mac and cheese shit. And you can tell that she has no idea. And she's bored out of her freaking mind while he's talking. I mean, there are moments where it shows not even paying attention because they're not there to talk about a case. They're there to scream about how bad Jeremy Hales is and give him money. You know, Jeremy Hales is so bad. Give us money for a memorial. Give us money for a fence. Give us money for a... Oh, God, I'm surprised they haven't built an outhouse or something yet. Maybe that'll happen later. I'm not sure. But it's been very lucrative, too. It has. So really, did they build that to stop something? Because like I said, if it stopped, if their yelling stopped, if the complaining stopped, would that end anything?
Because you don't have any kind of barriers. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's telling you don't have barriers.
You don't have a reasonable expectation of privacy in your yard because it's an outdoor space, and you don't even. And I'm not saying that this would change anything, even if you had a fence.
It doesn't matter. Yeah, I don't. Thank you.
Okay.
Are you gonna get mad?
Go ahead. Thank you.
Okay.
Get out of here.
Thank you very much.
Yep.
I love that she kicks him off, and then she wants to continue it.
As all the others are, or can I get this in the next few days from you? Did you have everything on?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, because I'd like to give that to my attorney.
You're more than welcome to.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm not asking about you.
Like she's chasing him down or kicked him off.
Ma'am, did you want?
Stop it. That is 10 feet high.
Ma'am, I think I'm a little confused. Did you want me to leave or did you want to? I'm a little confused. Did you want me to leave or did you want me to stay and talk to you about it? Okay. All righty, man.
You got to admit, that's pretty funny. He's like, lady, you kicked me off the property. I'm trying to leave here. You got to admit, that's beautiful. Oh, my God. That's pretty funny. That is pretty funny. Yeah, exactly. Somebody pointed this out too. They were noting that Jeremy said that the road base is higher than her property, which you can actually see. You can see it from any road vantage point, but you could really see it when they were building and they were trying to take pictures. You could see how low the ground was versus the road. So when everything comes up, I mean, you're talking about fence height. It's only 4 feet above the road. That's why when you can drive around, you can just put your arm up with a stable. I hate to call them selfie sticks. It's more of a stabilization stick, because some of these things, they don't cost like a quote unquote selfie stick. They cost a good amount of money, and it's to stabilize your camera and make sure that you're holding, you can move it around. You're not just holding something in your hand, but you can see. I mean, you can see it right there. Just driving off. Look at how it just you notice that too, like right there. I don't want to go too far back, but look, did it jump back? Damn it, it didn't go backwards. Well, go back. Look at the fit. It just ends. Look. I mean, it doesn't curve around. It stops. It's it. Look at that. Nothing. That piece of garbage is not going to last. It's going to fall down. It's so bad. Oh my God. And now they put that Mad Max fucking scrap metal on top of it. Oh my God. It's so weird. So weird. And I hate to be the police out here. Wouldn't you? Having to do
the same drunken fool who trespassed on my property and then destroyed my property. And then we put up the fence. Now, after years of ridiculousness and him starting fights, let's see, back in, let's see here, January 29th, 2023 at 9:21 a.m. He says, "Hey, Jeremy, it's Brian Haley. Since I've learned that you bought the property and there's a dispute about the property lines, I did some measuring and everything checked out good on my south end." By the way, he's talking about the church property where he just trespassed yet again, illegally put posts in the ground on my property. Okay, let's see what else he has to say. "I did some measuring and everything checked out good on my south end, and it's along the church lot. According to my measurements, I found out that my lot is a lot closer to the road on the south end than I thought, which makes a whole lot of crookedness of the road. According to my measurements, the majority of the back fence is yours." Yeah, no kidding. As is the church property.
Wait a minute. They've never had a survey? Because according to Fleece of Flea, he had a survey done.
Well,
according to Lynette, they had a survey
by
done.
all means.
That is indeed correct, actually. They were talking about that, saying that they had surveys done. So now it's just according to my measurements. Your measurements aren't there's nothing in legal practice with that. That's why you have to bring in a survey. What's fascinating, again, they started grifting a survey. They didn't look up how much it costs either. That was an interesting thing too. I've got screenshots of that. I talked about that the other day. They had no idea what one would cost. They just had somebody look it up online. At first, you have them talking about how it's going to be like $500. And then suddenly it goes from, check this out. You have it go from $500. Let me pull this up here. It's wild to watch. This is how this goes. I'll go back to that in a minute, but I want you to see this. It goes from talking about $500 to, as they move forward, you have somebody, oh, well, actually, somebody in the chat says, oh, well, it costs on average about $2,300, and suddenly it costs $2,300. And you have people throwing their money at it. Throw that money at it. Throw it at. While again, they're all talking about, oh, yeah, survey. More, what this has become, too, is it's more third-party harassment because they all get together. They all use it as a way to go after Jeremy. Again, the people who admit their PR, you have fucking LMNOP sitting in the chat, egging it on. Not supposed to do that. But hey, it shows you how useless protective orders are, too. Does it not? I mean, aren't you amazed by how effective they are? Aren't you amazed by what happens when people go out and they do things the legal and the just way? It's sad, isn't it? It's freaking sad, man. I wonder what all those gifted memberships fell in. Thank you, ThATuMBRELLA. I saw a bunch of them hit because I was watching the chat today more. I was like, where did all those come from? So that was cool. Thank you.
Let these fools pay for a survey because the survey says I own half of that acre,
property,
which will come over. Please pay for the survey.
Let it backfire, please.
Okay, and let's see. According to my measurements, the majority.
You know how bad that would be, by the way? Okay, if their land, I mean, think about this. If half of their property ends up actually being his, they come in, they survey it, and that's what it said. That right there, again, you're talking about litigation, and look at what you lose. Look at what you lose through that. So their drama, isn't it amazing how their drama may end up costing them a lot more than they anticipated? I mean, wouldn't that be amazing? They go out, they grift, they get a survey finally. See, the problem too is I call it a grift is this. There is no stated number for how much something costs. So if a survey costs $500 and you raise $2,300, let's say, where's that extra money go? Well, you fucking know where it goes. You know exactly where it goes. And that's the kind of stupid that these people they seem to be all about, you know. But yeah, if it indeed turns out that their property, that they sold property that goes right up on their house line or through it, holy crap, that would be an epic self-own, because that would then entitle Jeremy to take a lot. Maybe they need to make sure that they're right about what they're saying. Are they willing to bet their home on it? Oh, what a bunch of idiots, man.
The back fence is yours. I have some junk along the back fence that I may be encroaching on your property, which he hasn't moved yet. I will remove anything that I think may be on your property. I've been meaning to make a dump run anyway. Sounds like a personal issue. I've heard from some people that you accused me of growing the devil's lettuce. No, that would have been the former owner who sold me the church lot. Although that is all we smell every single night, it engulfs the entire area, is the devil's lettuce.
Well, the same owner that didn't want to sell to Brian and
would
Tina
refuse to sell to Brian and Tina.
That's why they don't own it.
Not to mention that I let that lot sit there for over a year thinking they would buy it, but they never did. So I came in and bought it.
Well, they couldn't get it for the price they wanted it for.
I've heard from some people that you're accusing me of growing the devil's lettuce on the church lot and being a runk. Oh, that would be because he is a runk.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, and let's see, what else do we have there? This really upsets me because I do not grow or smoke any of the devil's lettuce. I do not get runk. I literally have him on camera, runk. I paid you $250,000 for property. I did what? You stole the place. Really? Well, then why did you're not gonna help the situation by well, you're not you sold the property. I'm telling you that I'll have McMillan come out again. All right. Bring it. Bring it. Brian, bring it. Yeah, and get these cameras out of here. This shit's got to stop. It ain't going to stop. It's not going to stop at all. If anything, there's going to be more. I'm not. You cannot tell her to turn a camera off. You have no legal right to tell her to turn.
You've learned in Otter Creek too, by the way. I would always, I mean, I would be strapped up with cameras on me all the time. I really would. After everything that's gone on here, Lord, I would have cameras all the time because you have something to reflect back on. I mean, it's gotten to the point where I would probably keep a catalog of every freaking thing, every freaking interaction that I have, because I don't know who I would trust, just to be honest. I mean, this has turned into just it's insanity at play. It's sad too. Like I said, this guy could bring in a lot to this community. Jeremy Hales could bring in a lot to that community, but they seem intent on more and more problems. Anyway,
turn a camera off no more than you have legal right to have a fence on the property, so you can get some YouTube. And if I get a YouTube video, what about it? This is the first time you've been recorded, and I didn't even ask her to do it. Tell me what I did. I came to you politely, and I'm coming to you politely again, and I'm telling you, I will have the survey.
They all like that. You know why these people don't like the idea of it being converted to YouTube, by the way? Because it exposes morons. See, one thing I love about the filter for YouTube is, like I said, I monetize stupid. I feel like Jeremy Hales monetizes a lot of stupid too. If it's in his life and he's essentially vlogging his life as he goes around through it. It's gone from him being able to show you this fun, what he thought would be there, to it being monetizing stupid. He's hitching stupid to the plow, and they're plowing those monetized fields. Unfortunately, that's his life that he's dealing with too. That's the only suck that, like, for me, I enjoy monetizing stuff because I don't have to live this shit. Living this right here would not be fun. It would be awful.
Big company come out again. So you're gonna cop an attitude over what? I gotta take all this shit down. Yeah, you have to. You sold property, Brian. Okay, so done. So I'm telling you, I will have McMillan come out a third time. You can talk to them. You can ask them any questions. Why be rude about it? Who's being rude about this shit? Who said they're against bullying this shit around here that I've ever seen in my life? Tell me one thing I started. This, that I work a full-time job and bust my ass around here trying to keep up on shit, and it's never ending because I gotta. How's that my fault? I moved up here to get away from people. Brian, how's that my fault? I'm offering to have the survey company come again. I'm not going back to Ohio. I'm offering to have the surveyor company come out again and talk to you. I got it, dude. I got it. Just please. And she can do whatever she wants. Okay. She can do whatever she wants.
For real.
I would beg to differ. I'm going to check on that shit. Well, have fun.
I'm going to check on that. I moved out here so I can have my freedoms, but you can't have your freedoms with recording. I mean, I love this kind of stuff. I do. I love it how I moved out here to get away from this. Again, he's saying, I want the freedom to do whatever. But you you somehow, it's a problem for you recording. Now, you do have the right to record, by the way. There is no expectation of privacy that's and the police have told them multiple times, you got to record everything because we don't do shit either. So, anyway, let's go.
You're on my property. She can do whatever she wants.
Yep. That's right.
All right. Well, tell me what the can of worms is.
I'm just going to walk in before I say something stupid.
That's probably wise.
Yeah.
Now, do you want me to schedule so you can talk to McMillan? What did I push? All right. So I'm offering one more time. Would you like to talk to the survey company?
I'm done with your ass, dude.
Oh, my goodness. The threats were made as far as against me and against my personal property. And then this was done as well. This is all on my property. Where's
the property marker up here?
It's right up there. So it goes from there to up here.
So all this from where that marker is in the pin straight up,
it's
going to go. Your property kind of goes right where the boat thing is.
It's going to go on the side of the boat straight up. This is my property. So I have recorded the threats as well. I do drink a couple after work and on the few on the weekends. I'm actually against rugs.
Then what's that smell coming from the property?
My wife and I
carving a giant middle finger though. What's up, man? I tell you. This place is fucking crazy. Do any of you like watch it? I always wonder about people that are outside. See, I've like I said, I've grown up around small towns, the South. So I know how the smaller the town is, the crazier it can get. But I always wonder how this is viewed from a lens outside, especially from people like that say they live not the UK or so. Like if you live hustle and bustle of a city, that this is just so foreign an idea. Like, how does that look to you? Is this? I mean, you do run into the crazy. You very well do. You run into the closed community crazy, especially. But anyway, let's continue.
I have good jobs. Just so we're clear, Tina got fired from the Levy Lark. Okay. Now, from the executive director at the time, she told me exactly why Tina got fired. And you can already figure it out in the regards to the clients and an individual. Why would they get fired? You can figure it out. Now, what's she doing? Working with another client when she should not be. Okay. Let's see. My wife and I have good jobs, and such accusations could hinder our employment. Well, maybe you shouldn't mess around with me. Keep messing around. You're going to find out. You're going to court. You are going to court.
See right there. I'm telling you that this is going to be a lawsuit. How many times has Hale said you are going to court, and people are like, "No, that's not going to happen. That's not going to happen," and then they go to court. I mean, who hasn't? Again, I know there's a certain Ohio resident that has not yet been served, but you got to remember that with federal litigation, you can't serve them. You have to do it differently. So there's going to be certain people, that are not going to be included like that. But if we take those out, that's not saying that they won't be. That's saying that they couldn't in the federal litigation. They would have to be separated and have to do it a different way. Besides that, how many times have we heard that? You're going to get sued, and then there's been lawsuits. And it's crazy that this stuff can't be settled in a calm, rational way. But my God, man. I mean, if you try it, it looks like I'd love to see the calm, rational people that are around that would settle it with you that way. But it doesn't seem like there's any around there. I don't know. Again, I'm not trying to be nasty about autocracy. I realize that there are decent people that I've talked to them. I've talked to residents there. Like good people, but these crazy fucking people, they are the optic outside. And it is sad because these people want to run out folks that, again, this community needs money in it. Maybe not for specific people because it's self-serving for them in some way. But as far as the community itself, it does need cash infusion or it won't be there. It's barely there now. It's like a ghost town, you know? Anybody that's curious, look up Otter Creek. Like, look it up and look it up through. See any of the hits that you have on larger channels that tell you about this place, because they're talking about a town, a dead town. We see them, ghost towns all over the United States, places that just dry up and blow away. But you can revitalize something. Someone comes in, they bring in business, they bring in opportunity. That can happen.
Your wife's siblings are all now going to court. Okay, I'm done. There is no more grace. There is no more mercy. There's no more forgiveness. It's court. Mess around, find out. Okay, let's see what else is going on. I have a Class A CDL with a medical card, and I'm required to do hair follicle tests. Who cares? Okay, as far as the feeder goes, my son wanted to put that on the church lot. I told him absolutely not. I told him make sure it's on our property, so he hangs it from a tree that overhangs on our property. Kids. Question mark. As far as the game cam goes, I had no idea it was on a tree on the church lot. This is all about trespassing. Yeah, they had every clue. They knew everything that they were doing. I found it in the dirt while raking back there and going on them and leaving it on the ground back there and learning what really happened. I would appreciate it if you would leave this conversation private. Oh, you mean like taking your security cameras and breaking civil protection orders, giving it to third party to harass us?
Yeah.
That kind of private? Yeah.
See, that's crazy too. That is crazy. What you found out is that third party, meaning LMNOP's PR folks, giving them access to your security camera footage, to your security cameras. Like, that's insane. Having LMNOP as part of their continued harassment so they can go after. I mean, again, this stuff is nuts. You between this and you got paint chips out here saying that he's going to travel to Otter Creek, and then he's going to he tells somebody else that he's going to projectile something at them, which gross, but it's a threat. But it's a threat either way. Yeah, you could take it a couple of ways, but he means it as a threat with a pew pew. But gross. But he says he's also gonna be yelling that at Jeremy Hales when he comes out with his film crew. Lord, and these people are totally okay with jumping on board that hate train.
I don't think so. I'm not a big fan of social media. We have been thinking about having a legal survey done and will remove anything that's encroaching on your property. I have never purposely tried to encroach on anyone's property. The finger here says,
yeah, remember that?
Survey says, no, liar. Okay. And thanks for your time. Hopefully we can solve these issues without problems or false accusations. My wife and I just want to live on our little house, on a little lot peacefully, except all they have done since we've gotten here is created chaos and turmoil. As a matter of fact, you want to see exactly what his little wife peacefully wants to say about the people of Otter Creek? Here it is.
The property next to you, do you know who owns that little lot?
This one right here?
Yep.
I've talked to the guy, and he will sell it to me for $35,000. And
You gotta be kidding me.
Let me think, 90 by 210. So it's not even an acre. And I was going to give him $5,000 cash because that's what it's going for.
That's
more than what it's going for. He wouldn't.
Yeah, that's more than it's going for.
Yeah, and he wouldn't. So we're like, whatever. But okay, you do know you own the two lots right there too.
Which two lots?
Okay.
The ones up front, the frontage?
Yes.
Yeah, I do know I got that.
Yes.
And there's one here, and there's 1/4 of an acre there.
There's electricity there.
What?
Yes. There's electricity there, and there's also
It's such a weird, fascinating window into this place, I have to say. I don't know, like all of this. Like I feel like I'm addicted to this insanity in a way. I wouldn't wish it on anyone, but the more anyway, I'm going to continue this. But I feel like I am addicted to understanding all the puzzle pieces and how they fit together. It's so much crazy.
On the front lot, was there? Somebody told me there was a church.
No.
There was houses.
There was trailers.
Okay.
3 of them.
Really?
You have 1, 2, 3 power poles, I think.
Up front here?
Yeah. Right here. Not right. Okay. Not the little one right next to it. You got 2 lots right there.
Yes.
Okay. That goes all the way back, and it's fenced.
And that
Jacob.
That vehicle has seen better days.
Ruby, we keep them in our yard.
Yeah.
So, but if they ever go down, please bring them back.
Yeah.
You know, they're my babies. Don't do that when strangers.
There's power over there, huh?
Yes, there are power over there, and there's I know the water is connected, but I don't know if the water was ever ran. Like the water was never ran from the road to here, okay, or out there.
Yep.
So I don't know about that, but I know there's wells on it. I don't know how many wells, but I know there was 3 trailers there.
Oh my goodness, I'm gonna have to explore that tomorrow.
Yes.
That'll be tomorrow.
Yes. But this was a church right there.
Yeah, that's the African Methodist Church.
And that there's a woman that owns this.
And then there's a landlocked.
Karen says she hears dueling banjos. Indeed. Ding, 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 ding. You hear it back there.
Piece right back here.
You have a landlocked right here. And then you have, I think it's that little corner one. There's a ditch that goes like that. And I think it's the one on the other side. And they're landlocked. So you never know. I don't know who they are, though.
I already have a realtor on it.
Oh, there you go.
So she's
There
already
you go.
she's already going after them all.
And then the guy that owns this over here, they stay to themselves. They don't mess with nobody.
They get on the property, try hunt, or
yeah, they hunt, not our property.
Yeah, but
no, they don't. They don't. It's Susie's family.
So Susie's family has been getting on the property. Okay, that won't happen anymore. Is it Michael or who is it?
And her youngest one, Brian.
Is he the one in jail or?
Oh, I didn't know that.
Somebody's in jail. Maybe he's an older one in jail.
Okay, I got 2. It's Michael and Brian. So maybe Brian is. He moved out of here a while ago, so I don't know. And like I said, we stay to ourselves. I don't know a lot of what's going on.
Okay.
We go and vote. Yeah, that's about when we get out.
Yeah, they won't be on the property anymore. Yeah. I'll be talking to Michael this afternoon.
Lord, man. I like the admissions though of ownership of property. There's that got a raider again. What are you doing, child? What was that?
That was my dance.
That was a dance? Was it?
Yeah, that was my dance.
That was the craziest energy dance I've ever seen. Man, I wish I could bottle some of that energy.
Some energy.
Yeah. Good Lord, man. She makes me tired watching her. Yeah. You got a lot of energy, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, hey, I'm gonna continue this, okay? Hey, go up for your lazy day, man. Go have fun for your lazy day.
Pizza.
Huh? We are not buying a pizza today. No pizza today.
Why?
Why? Because we're not getting pizza today.
I love pizza.
No. Hey, there's some pizza right over there. Here, I'm gonna let this play for a minute. I'll be right back.
These guys, that is a hunting club,
yep.
And they do not cross over. The only thing I will say he did, okay, and I think he got in a whole bunch of trouble, okay, that is Otter Creek that runs through your property.
Yep.
Okay, and it goes all the way to 24 Bridge. Okay, that is called a natural waterway.
Yep.
Mess with it.
And he rerouted it.
Did you see it?
I've heard.
Okay.
I didn't see it.
It looks all beachy over there like that at the creek. He dug all that out. Now, what happened, why I got mad, when it's not running, you're dry. You get dry because it goes to the pond.
Instead of, so what did he do it for? For fishing or for what?
I think for fishing for them.
But they never use it.
And they
I've
never
been down
use
there.
it. No, baby. No. So yeah, if it's running fast, it'll go where it's supposed to go. It dries up
Yeah.
the bridge so bad. But they knew about it. I called them and I said, you got to see what he's doing, you know, because my dad, okay, where that ditch goes right there. It goes all the way down. Okay. Well, my dad, your property's never ever flooded. Okay. I can promise you that. 35 years, I think I lived there. Never flooded. But he was trying to help it to where this wasn't. This was swampy. Okay. So he just
for the dog.
Farmer man.
Didn't hear it very well.
Digged it up a little bit. Well, it flooded Otter Creek. And he only did 10 foot.
When your dad dug up here,
And he got charged $10,000. No kidding. So don't mess with what we're doing. So I know that guy got in trouble.
wow.
Yeah. Because they come and took pictures. Because I mean, it was just a regular, you know, you can see how it goes through.
Yeah.
And it was beautiful. We kept it stocked.
It's gorgeous.
We threw stuff, you know, fish in there. We kept the pond. If you ever clean it, that's beautiful. And
that'll be the first thing being cleaned up.
we stock that with bass, perch, you name it.
Yeah,
And then
it's
once you
beautiful.
get that fountain going,
Yep.
you got air, so it works out really good.
I'll probably expand it quite a bit.
Yeah.
It'll be a much bigger
Well,
pond.
congratulations.
So
People
it'll
love it here.
and again, no disrespect to your parents or your family or anything, but I'm going to try and make it even better than what it was.
I hope you do.
So
I would love to show you some pictures.
I would love to see them.
It was beautiful. We had Easter parties down there with like 250 people.
Wow.
We had my oldest brother passed away from a recluse spider.
Oh wow.
And we had his funeral because he was a hunter, avid hunter. So we had it out there and it was so pretty. It was beautiful.
I believe it.
Yeah. Beautiful.
How do you think Michael's getting back there on the property?
That road.
He's going through the access road.
Yeah.
It's interesting too, because all these people, they were all okay with the plans for everything. You know, hey, I'm moving here. Here are my plans. This is what I'm going to do with it. And they all were quote unquote okay until it's wild to see that. Again, it's a weird snapshot into this. I'm glad. This is why you also have to tape everything. Because you can go back to a video, to an interaction, and say, "Hey, wait a minute, you know, here is admissions where this is mine." Like I said, it's fascinating when you can put it all together. That's why people don't like it taping everything. You can kind of counter a lot of BS that way.
That's what I think is coming through. We've put the fences up. I think you went to the south end, north end. We have the
monopoly,
the stuff going through because they were coming through so bad. Because there's a little old man. I'm not sure where he lives. What is his name? Rufus, I think his name is. And he was getting back there poaching. Well, since we put that up, nobody's been back there except for Michael, and you can hear him shooting.
That power line right there.
Yeah.
I was down there. I think it might have been 3 days before yesterday. And we had rode down there. We had looked down the power lines, and there was some guy hunting. He had his rifle perched up, aiming straight through that fence. Because them deer always come straight up across that power line, and he was sitting there with his rifle.
All the guys that are down there at Sue's, I don't know them. You see what I'm saying? They're total strangers.
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't know what they're doing down there.
My guess is they're crackheads.
That's what I think.
So
seems to be a lot of that.
Frankly, they're gonna hate me. So just be ready for that, and I'm gonna do everything I can to clean the road up and clean the city up.
Yeah, they hate us. So I always say we're on the good side of town.
Yeah.
We do. This is a good side of town. But yeah. But they're working on it. There is a guy named, what's his name? Zim. He's on the board. And he's been working hard to get them to clean up. And that's what you see now as far as he's gotten. And he's on the
So
floor.
so she knows that she's encroaching all over the property already.
Yes, she does.
Okay.
Because we told her, we were like, Susie, come on, we're trying to sell the property, you know? And it's like, once we said that, she accumulated so much crap. I mean, she got more.
That's
What's
fine.
up with all the crackheads, by the way?
And we
I'll
were
just
like,
seize her
"Oh my
property.
God,
I'll
what are you
file a lien and seize her
doing?"
property.
Yeah.
If I have to pay to have that all cleaned up, I'll file a lien against her property and then seize it.
Yeah. Because the wood that you see there,
That she probably got that from the
just
property.
started.
So she cutting that from the property from the
Had
70?
to.
Yeah.
Because
That's exactly what I think. She's stealing wood too.
Because that just got there.
Yep.
It wasn't there. That was clean. She cleaned that, but now she's in the hospital. So God only knows what they're doing.
Yep.
You know, and she's not married to any of them.
Yep.
You know, okay.
Yep. I figure it's all drugs.
And she is a good girl. She's just lost.
Yeah.
She lost her husband.
Yep.
So she went the other way, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know what to say. She was a good girl. She
All right.
really was. She's from Otter Creek. She lived
Yeah.
there her mama is right there in the trailer.
Yeah.
That's her
You think it's Michael making the big explosions in the middle of the night? You hear the big explosions? You haven't heard? I haven't heard them for a month and a half now.
I haven't heard that. Now we were having, I will tell you this, they had signs on US 19. They were doing something with the gas lines
Mhm.
and they said expect explosions. But how long ago was that?
That was quite a few months ago.
Yeah, that's quite a
But that was probably not at 8 o'clock and 10 o'clock at night, right?
Well, it was around
They- yeah,
7.
because
It
they were
wasn't 8,
working at
9.
night.
Oh.
But it wasn't 10 o'clock at night.
Okay.
I don't.
So you know for sure Michael's been getting on the property, trespassing, hunting.
I've seen him.
Okay.
But I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know if it's Brian or him.
Last I
Now,
heard,
I
the
know
brother
that-
is in jail.
Now I know he almost hit Brian, my husband Brian, when he was coming home, and he had to slam on brakes because he come flying out of that road.
The Tower Road?
The Tower Road come flying on that Polare he has or whatever it
Mhm.
is. And Brian, you know, cussed him out, and he thought it was funny as all get out. And Brian was like, I would have killed him. I mean, my husband was more worried about hurting him than,
Yeah.
you know, because he has a Hummer. He would have just ran him over,
Yeah.
you know, and so they just don't think. But,
Yeah.
And we usually go out that way so we don't have to deal.
Well, and I've thought about that if I always go out that way. But I have 20-foot trailers, and
Yeah, you're gonna. Yeah.
I'm not gonna put up with the garbage and them blocking the road. I have business to run, so
We've caught them so many times down there on that power line. They used to come through on this one spot that was open.
walking or riding on the side by
riding and
side.
hunting and riding. And we ended up putting barbed wire so they couldn't come through.
That's right.
And so the north and south fence line that goes all the way to the back.
Yes.
Because there's
Now,
no west line back there. I
can't
checked
say
for
if it
west.
knocked down. You know what
Okay.
I'm saying?
I
But
still don't
my dad
understand
had
the escalation. You know, I mean, the way things they devolved, I suppose. Like looking at this stuff and how it just suddenly escalates. I mean, you know, looking at all the stuff about trash, the arguments about encroachment. I guess I suppose I can see that, but it's crazy, like how you get to a certain point in there and then it just explodes into this insane escalation. If it were my property, by the way, I've been fortunate, like where I live now, I don't have any problems with encroachment. Now, in fact, it's actually quite the opposite. When if we have trees down or anything else, if something's happened, no, we've always been able to work that out. So I've been fortunate here, but I have in the past, like I've had relatives especially that have had problems with people with just insanity when it comes to land encroachment. So I mean, I have seen some stuff devolve, and but man, I mean, the way that this has is it's crazy. And then to see them link up with Element OP and 2L, I mean, it's just That's where it gets really wild. Like, how do they think that that's a winning hand some way? Do they buy into the stupidity that somehow, in some way, what they're saying is gonna get Jeremy in trouble, and that'll help them out somehow? Because, I mean, if there's still land encroachments, that still doesn't help you, even if it was 100% correct, which not, but if it were, it's still gonna help you out with your problems. Oh, anyway.
The whole thing, because he was so protective
of
his property, and he knew they were poaching. And I mean, he was so cute. He would even hang pie tins. Okay, so the deer, it scared the deer away, so they went.
So they couldn't poach.
Because you get some deer down there now. I'm telling you.
Well,
I
won't be
a lot of hogs. We've got pictures of hogs right here.
Really.
Hogs.
I'm not going to be hunting any of the animals. I'll be trying to film them.
That's
So
awesome. You're gonna get a lot.
So that's the goal.
You want to get some hogs? I'll tell you what. Take you a bucket of corn with some water.
They will come to you.
They come straight up to you.
Yeah, they'll
back
come.
there.
My dad used to feed them because he loved to watch them too.
Oh yeah.
And they would. I'm not kidding. We counted 20 to 30 hogs.
At the creek, or would he go right at the house?
Right up at the house, because he would have feeders out there because they loved it. You know,
wild hogs.
Awesome. Yeah. So you would get them.
Oh yeah. I mean, I can't
now
wait.
That's a hunting. So they use, what do they put out there?
They put out like corn and all different types of sweeteners.
Yeah, they have. That's why they took the dirt from the pond and put it on their feed plots or whatever they're called.
They did some feed plots.
So I mean, they're all at their food plots.
Yeah, so they plant all different sorts of stuff out there, and they make these big old like square looking things, and they plant all their seeds and then put a feeder in the middle, and they'll come right up on there. So if you are planning on feeding them, Ozzy, I'd go right out there.
But you'll get everything. Fox. We have I don't know if it's once or twice a year, but he has a collar on. A panther. And why I know it is because I heard the screaming and I thought a woman was getting really bad hurt. And I went running in the house. My husband comes out and he's like, "That's feline." And I was like, "Oh my God." So I called wildlife and they said, "Yeah, it walks through here. Once or twice a year. We have a bear that comes through here."
Oh my goodness,
so
you're telling me great stuff.
All kinds of stuff. Yeah, you get to see it all.
This is incredible.
Bad snakes though. Watch this.
I haven't seen a single snake yet, but it's cold.
Cottonmouth and rattlesnakes.
Rattlesnakes and
indigos.
No, what are the all different colors?
Oh, coral snakes.
Coral snakes. Got lots of them. The indigos save them because they're good. They keep the bad ones away.
When did the snakes mostly come out?
Summer. Well, spring, and then summertime, real bad.
So I'll be seasonal. So I'll be out at the end of April, and then I'll come back probably November every year.
And like I said, we have surveillance too.
Okay.
So we had to, because the teenagers that lived on the other side, they were going around just thieving really bad. Well, they're all gone now. They're all in jail. Yay. So we haven't had any problems, but we have all that up because, I mean, you have to anymore. It's crazy. You know?
Yeah. Yeah, I'll have cameras everywhere, literally everywhere. There'll be. I hate to do it on the property. The property is so beautiful, but I'm gonna have to put signs: no hunting and smile you're on camera.
But you do have no trespassing signs. We put them up there. Yep. We put them all the way down so they would get the hint, but that didn't work. The signs are gone.
They pulled them all, huh?
But there's signs all over the place.
Okay.
If you go back there and look, there's signs everywhere. So.
Ruby, shut up.
Because we had to. I mean.
All right.
These people lived here their whole lives and they act like they own it. I get it. But ask. Maybe I'd let you. We never let anybody hunt here. And it's really funny when he dug that hole down there and I had the city come out. That was the first time anybody over there has been out. They couldn't wait to get out here. They wanted to see what was back there so bad.
I believe it.
Yeah.
That creek is beautiful. That creek is beautiful.
And you get some bass. You got pictures.
No, that was down there. I came home one day. I don't even think it was 30 minutes. I had a big old log. And I had 4 bass hanging off of them. 4 pounders. Came home, cleaned them all. Went back down there and caught 2 more.
Yeah.
And then I said I was done.
And you don't do gators. So be
No, that wasn't me.
Okay.
That was Jacob.
That
I
one
was
made
helping him.
Nana mad.
How big was the
They had a
gator?
permit.
They had it was like 11 foot. Wasn't
No,
it?
it was 13.
Yeah, it was huge. I mean, the head was massive, and
Had him right down here.
I called the game warden because to me, when they would throw stuff out, it would come try to get the fish. So to me, that's nuisance, right? So I called them and they laughed at me like, "Man, we just put that gator there because he was a nuisance somewhere." You know what I mean? And I was like,
they put it there?
Yeah,
and
they
I'm going,
put it there.
"Come on, man, you can't put these big old gators here. I have children." You know.
They had just put it there, and we had been seeing it for quite a few months. And we knew someone that had a gator tag, so we said, you know what? Let's get him and get him to come down here and help us get this gator.
Did he get it?
Yeah, we got it.
You were with them.
You remember? You don't remember that?
I didn't know you were with him. I thought you gator hunted that night.
No, we had lines set.
You're not allowed out.
We had lines set. You don't remember that? I woke up early morning.
I thought y'all were kidding.
No, we were being serious. You don't remember? We woke up early morning. He called me.
I'll try and connect with your husband and try and see the property lines.
And he would love to.
But I don't have
Okay, that'd be
gators.
great. And then I'll get you
I'll
get you the table saw as well. We'll just throw it in the back of the truck, or even if we have to put it in one of my trailers and then we haul it up on the trailer.
Okay.
That'll be fine too. I'll get that. Yep, those things are monsters. Yes. I'll get out of your hair for right now. And
well, it was nice to meet you.
Good to meet you as well.
Yes.
And then, hey, I'll fight the fight. I'll fight the battle and clean this place up. So I'm gonna need a little more help when I'm not here during the summer. But
well, like I said, we ain't gonna let nobody in there.
In case you missed it, Tina openly shares that she knowingly sold me property with known encroachments, which is illegal, which a lawsuit is now being filed against her and her siblings.
Lawsuit.
Oh, there's that other thing. She's throwing Susie under the bus, Michael under the bus, and everybody else in Otter Creek under the bus. So much so that she called the law on the other neighbors when they dug up in the creek, Otter Creek, to make sure that they would get fined. By the way, hunters over at the hunting club, bet you didn't know that. Oh, and I have way more of what Tina said about other residents of Otter Creek. This is my old church lot. And this is where some fool comes over here, particularly Brian, because he's already boasted about it to other residents in Otter Creek and to other people who are putting it all online. A 6x6 post with a no trespassing sign. Now, as you can tell, here's the fence line. Here is the fence line. Now, you can see my foot to the actual post. Oh, we're in the middle of a culvert. That's illegal. Oh, here's another post right here. That's illegal. No, you want to know what is legal? Follow me, George. On the legal description of this land in the books, my property, my church property, goes all the way halfway in between this property. Halfway in between. Guess what's going to court now?
Ooh.
Guess what's look at that. I'm getting a new lean-to.
Wow.
Oh, look at that.
That could be our new
garage.
That could be our new whatnot.
A new garage too. This is all now going to court.
See that right there. Whoopsie. So imagine this. I mean, really think about this. If this goes this way, let me pull this off here. Imagine this, though, because some jackasses wanted to stick a couple of signs right outside your property and start drama. Wanted to actually include it into the 2L madness. And you end up losing parts of your garage, your lean-to, and more. Oh, would that not be something else? God, talk about self-ownership. That would be something. What's up, kiddo?
What's up?
What's up to you?
Good like always.
I know you are jumping all over the place today.
Cause I'm always jumping.
I know. Did you not get your running out today? Did you the little one? Did y'all chase each other today?
Oh. No, just let me, because we have to move, and I have, yeah.
No, so you didn't get to do that today? You didn't get your energy out? I see. All right. Well, hey, once you go up, I'm going to start reading my stuff in a minute, my super chats, and then I'll be done pretty soon.
I want to read super chats with you.
No, some of them might say stuff we can't read together. Okay?
Now go sales into the kitchen.
Yeah, well, you can go upstairs and do your thing, okay?
I just listen to the super chats. I want to listen.
No, you can't with some of them. You can't.
That girl says it. Just say, come down.
I'll come get you in a little bit after that, and we play some video games, okay?
That one and that one.
Yeah, whichever one. I'll let you pick, okay?
Oh, okay.
All right.
Oh,
all right.
it has to be a 2-player game.
That's fine. All right, we'll play some. We've been playing Rampage and stuff, so that's what we're talking about. I was talking. Okay. But yeah, it'll be real weird if this insanity turns into people actually losing stuff off of their property because they have some heavy encroachment. And they decided to the F around and find out. It sounds like a classic case of that, does it not? Let's hit some super chats here. Subi Sue kicked it off. Thanks for the 30 months. Evening Tongue and all, much love. Well, thank you. Also, thank you for adding a gifted membership too. That's awesome of you, Subi Sue. Appreciate you. Jack's mom dropped a gifted membership as well. Thank you for that. That's cool of you. Appreciate it. Lee, thanks for the 2. Phone guy, the pineapple guy? Faces in fruit. Phone guy. I don't know. My brain is not registering it right this minute. Maybe that'll register with me in a minute there. Sorry, Lee. It's been one of those days. Nothing registers good today. Sorry. Annie, thanks for the 2. Let's flock and go. Indeed. Thank you. Rachel, 28 months there. Good luck for tomorrow. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah. Got 2 big ones. I got a CCTA and something else. I can't remember. So we'll get all of our heart examinations and the medication for it. I just like, the medication runs counteractive to what I take, which is weird. Here, we're going to take this. It'll slow your system and your heart down. And it drops your blood pressure to doing that. I'm like, oh, great. That sounds like fun. Jesus and that. Thank you very much there. Crazy. That's a fact. Indeed. There's so much crazy. I tell you. Amanda, thanks for the 5 there. You guys have the right approach to covering such an important topic. What the hell is stressful viewing? Can't wait till Jeremy and George can get back to some normality. They have, and part of the reason they don't cover every filing or anything else. And I think it helps when you have other people that do that. There's no expectation that they're going to do it every time. Because for the longest time, they would come in and, they covered on their own. When this stuff started out, they covered on their own and they were talking about every single filing. And, that has to be stressful too. So now there's other people that pick that up, help out with that, and again, maybe give them a little bit of rest. Get them away from these nutbags for a minute. Amy, thanks for the 5 there. Just because it's always been that way doesn't mean it was done right. Indeed. That's right. A lot of corruption. That's how corruption sets in because nothing challenges it, But Levy County is obviously corrupt. Indeed. I feel that way. But thanks for the 5. Doug, why do you think that there's been 0 national news that has picked up on this story? You got to have the right eyes that fall on it, I think. I think that's a big one. Levy County's been called out before for its insanity, 100%. But I think beyond that, you just have to have the right person see it. These days, too, national news is owned by about 5 conglomerate networks. For real. There's like 5 companies. If you look up who owns Hollywood Reporter, this and that, Variety, if you look at these places, they're all owned by essentially around 5 places, and most of them they're so busy pushing political and social topics that they don't do anything that's relevant anymore. You may have a one and done storyline on some kind of local news, but getting national news coverage, most things, if they can't be weaponized for something, they don't actually help us out in any way. I think that's personally why a lot of stuff doesn't get picked up. But you could have the right set of eyes fall on it, and it get huge with with the right YouTuber. The right YouTuber needs to see that depot from LMNOP. If they see that, I'm telling you, somebody would find that so insane they would think it was funny. Ian, thank you for the 5 gifted memberships on that. Thank you, Ian Thompson. That is awesome of you. Thank you for that. Mr. Haven dropped a membership too. Thank you, Miss Behaven. It's good to see you. Appreciate you. Hope everybody's doing good on this freaking losing an hour day, by the way. Yep. Thanks for the month there. My day is always better after listening to your shows, Tug. Well, thank you. My day is always better after having shows because I enjoy you folks. I like hanging out with y'all. It's good times. Subi Sue, thanks for doing it. Hope our prayers all goes well tomorrow. Much love to you and your daughters. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, I'm just ready to find out what everything is caused by and get it dealt with for sure. Amy, thanks for the 2 months and the love there. That's where the little one's popping in. You can say too. Carolyn, thanks for the super sticker there. Love the super stickers. Thank you for that. Thanks for the 5 there. Silly question, but have you not heard about what Doge is working on for the last 20 years or longer? This has been the norm. Oh yeah, I mean, well, corruption, nastiness, even if you have on a national level, if you do have someone come in and clean up corruption, unfortunately, it's not going to touch these local little townships. Like it takes a lot of effort, a lot of time, and a lot of nastiness that gets pointed at the people that do this, unfortunately, because these places, again, like Otter Creek, for example, they have made national news more than once about corruption and about the way they treat victims, the lack of positive treatment for victims. So, I mean, they've made that before, and it's meant nothing. It's never changed a thing. That's crazy. So Heidi, thanks for the $5 super sticker there. The way I covered some of these before, but I'm gonna hit them all. Jack's mom, thanks to a little money thing. Yeah, indeed. She loved those in there too. Misbehaving, dropped that 11. Yellow for bunk, and thank you all too. She loves. She runs around with a tablet at night sometimes. She says she's live streaming because she wants to be like, like dad and hang out. And I love it. The one thing I love about that is it means that when they come in, they see the positivity. The mods keep the negativity out. And, especially with the kids there, I don't mind trolls and stuff if I'm on, but, if kids are on, come on. So, it's flooded with positivity, and that's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's encouraging for them. Becky, thanks for the 2. Much love to you and the Tuckmans. Thank you. Appreciate that. PDW dropped that super sticker in there too. That was awesome. Thank you. Helen, thanks for the 5. I say thanks every day for the fact that I live in the UK and don't have to deal with the US health services. Yeah, there are a lot of weird things that happen in the US health services. We're always told in the US that, well, at least you don't have to wait like you do in other. It's like, man, for a heart thing, I waited 6 weeks. 6 weeks. You can lose everything to the health industry. It's wild. Nate Vet, what's up? Thanks for that $5 super sticker too. That was awesome too. Thank you. Carolyn dropped a super sticker as well. That is, like I said, all these super stickers were cool. They'll especially love that later on. Any that she missed, I'll pull up and show her. Rebel Bird dropped a $5 super sticker as well. Thank you, Rebel Bird. That is cool there. Like I said, I appreciate that positivity too. And my favorites, thanks for the 10. I'm putting together a fun care package for the girls so they have fun. I'll make sure yellow things in there. Indeed, thank you for that. That is her thing. She loves yellow. So she tells you that a lot. She does. She loves yellow. Subi Sue, thanks for the 5 bug candy money. Thank you. Cash dropped that candy money as well. Thank you for that as well too. It's Sean, but we love the bug ray. Well, thank you for that. Yeah, she's funny. Like she's energetic. Boy, she's excitable today. She got out. She got enough. She didn't get all the excitement out, so she's got that energy. She's like a freaking like electric wire today. Tammy, thanks for the 6 months. Have a good live stream. Oh my heart, so cute. Yeah, the oldest one checked on me earlier, But yeah, they're nice, good kids like that. Lisa, thanks for the 5. Money for the buck. Thank you, Lisa. That's awesome of you. Yeah, she's looking forward to the candy of Easter. She brought me an I don't even know where she got it, but she brought me an advertisement today. She was like, "Look at this," because I don't know if she's ever paid attention to like a mailer advertisement. But she's like, "Look at this, Dad," and it had all this candy, for Easter. Oh my gosh. She was like, "I want to look at my favorites. Can I circle them?" It's like, if you want. Buddy Mom, thanks for the 10 there for candy. Thank you for that one too, for sure. Seneca Chief, what's up, man? The $7,000 bug candy fundraiser, indeed. Indeed. You can pay for it with your Lowe's cards. Laura B, thanks for the super sticker too. Thank you, Laura B. Hope you're doing good as well. Lewis, thanks for the 2 there. This is for Bug, not you. Indeed. I will remember that for sure. Iowa Gal dropped the 2 there for bug candy. Thank you. Jamie dropped 2 on that too. I'm gonna make a Bug and Luck iron-ons for t-shirts. They love that. They've had some cool stuff. Somebody made them shoes. Like painted them up and stuff. They were really cool. So stuff like that they would love. Deja Vu Trial 2. Thanks for the 20 there. Lots of love and prayer for you tomorrow and every day. Well, thank you for that. I appreciate the positivity on that too. Taz, thanks for the 3. Hello, Tug and Chat. Love and hugs as always. Hey, love and hugs return to all of you too. I hope things have been going good for y'all. Amy, thanks for the vibe. This is for luck to buy something. We'll definitely keep up with that for sure. I do, actually. I set them aside. I mean, if it's theirs, it's theirs. So I do that for sure. Carol, thanks for the 10. Hales was leaving his people alone because they sold Hale's property, but didn't tell them everything. Indeed. Gotta let Lynette use his video to put online, third-party contact. Yeah, and a lot more. I mean, that'd be a final straw for me. Like when these people played this game where they wanted to create drama and they gave it to these folks that I'm in litigation with because they're so just crazy, vitriolic. Yeah, I think that would be more than the final straw. I'd be like, all right, well, if you want that, especially if I said, if part of that land is mine and I've been nice about it and everything, then screw them. I would not take kindly to it. I wouldn't take kindly to people trying to join in with these idiots and mess with my life. If you got that much to lose, you probably should be doing everything you can to, to remain on a positive front. You keep that positivity in there. You would think people would do that, but a lot of people are weird and they don't think about it. Misbehaving. Thanks for doing. Siri Esquire. Indeed. That's going to be part of their team, right? Siri Esquire. I like it. Suzanne, thanks for the 5. What even is a private fence? A privacy fence there doesn't have different laws. I mean, that's true. The privacy fence, when you build it up, if you have a privacy fence, the whole idea isn't I can say I built a fence and privacy fence versus regular fence, there's some kind of different law. You're right. The privacy fence is supposed to be you building it to a certain level so nobody can see over it. That's what a privacy fence is. You box yourself in and you build it up to a height nobody can see over or around it. That's what a privacy fence means. It's not a name that somehow means something under the law. See, these people are absolute morons. They think that somehow privacy fence equates to something in the law, and it doesn't mean that. It's just a term. It's a way to sell wood that's a higher build and it's closer together. It's effective marketing. Carolyn, thanks for the 5 there. All the talking to the phone. Well, way to get all that on the record. Yes, indeed. That was nice of them to send those messages and admit to a lot of stuff, that, again, dumb of them to do that. But hey, I mean, if you're going to cause drama and stupid, you probably shouldn't message and admit to things. That's just a kind of a good idea. Tease T dropped 20 gifted memberships, by the way. I saw this flood of memberships come in, and I didn't see Tease T at the top at first. So thank you for that, Tease T. That is very awesome of you. I appreciate that. That is cool, though. I love memberships. I do. Shield Maiden, thanks for the 2 there. For your camera grill. Indeed. That's what I need. I need my platinum camera grill. That's what I need. I love it. Joan, thanks for the 10 there. For Bug and Lug. Thank you for sure. They've got next week. I've got to take I've got to go to Murfreesboro for something. They love that. So they'll have some money for themselves for next week. Jack's mom, thanks for 5. None of these idiots take responsibility for anything they do. That is indeed true. I'm sure these people spent the money, gave them for the land without griping. Yes, indeed. Yeah, they like it when they're taking that money, but somehow, in some way, it's bizarre. It's like living in a bizarro world. Like I said, I've lived in small town where you get small town drama too. And some people, I mean, they get this inflated sense of self-worth, because in a small town, some of these folks, they're big in a small town, you know what I mean? But they're not really that big. I'm setting up the redirect, by the way, real quick, because there is a redirect today. Jeremy Hales, of course, has his live stream on Sundays. Make sure I set that up real fast. Just give me a minute. I've gotten the redirect set up to be a lot faster. There we go. We are set. Okay. Continue. Dirt of Hurdles, thank you for the 5 gifted memberships. I like your freaking avatar, by the way. I like it. Thank you for the gifted memberships, too. I love those. I like your avatar. It's funny. I love how it shows up there. Straight Girl, thanks for the 5 there. Finally got to catch a live. Yes, on there. Day off work. And Tug's accent makes for a good day down under. What's really funny is I love Australian accents. And it's funny because people all over the world, we like a different. We're like, man, I like that accent. I've always loved the Australian accent, though. Hey, kiddo, what you doing?
Good.
Good. You running around? I'm almost finished. Look, I've only got a few more.
Is it bad ones?
Some of them might be. I don't know what they say until I run across them. So,
can I sit here and I'll run upstairs and?
No, you go. Run upstairs. Hey. Hey, come here.
What?
You want to go, if you don't make a mess with it, you can use some of that paint on the cross thing. Okay?
What mess?
You know that paint you were going to use at the table earlier? And I said, don't do that because can you do it without making a big mess?
I pinky promise.
You pinky promise? Okay, well, give
me
the
pinky promise. I will get on the table. If I do, I'll tell you the truth.
Okay. Well, don't get it on the floor or anything. That's what I worry about. The tablecloth can deal with it, but try not to get it on it too, okay? Okay. She got some art kit with like some wood she can decorate and a little paint thing. I'm like, don't paint the floor. That's what that was about. It's good to have you there. Like I said, I love Australian accents. I like certain European accents. It depends, but it's very interesting. Like I hear Southern so much, I don't unless it's a very heavy accent. I don't even notice them anymore. I appreciate you there. Jack's mom, thanks for the 2. Her whispering cracks me up. I mean, why? Yeah, when she's like, hey, and then pointing over, that was really funny on the video, wasn't it? But you're recording the video, so, and she knows that she's being recorded in that, so she can't complain about it. It's right there, like open everything. That's the funny thing about the whispering too. Again, I'm gonna whisper like I'm whispering in your ear, but I'm telling your camera. Okay. Misbehaving, thanks for the 2. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. Yeah, win really stupid prizes. That's what it seems like they're going for there, doesn't it? And my favorites, thanks for 2. Looks like Brian's property is going to get smaller. Yeah, it's starting to look like it, doesn't it? Starting to look really dumb there for sure. Your mom, thanks for the 50 there. I'm here. I'm not here. I'm 17 minutes in the one from last night. I hardly ever catch a live due to the time difference. I love you and Megan. Thank you for all you do. And God bless Jeremy and George. And that's fine too. I realize that people can't catch lives. I leave them up. I like it. If people can be here, you get to have a lot of fun. We get to goof off, chat. We get to have, like I said, we get to have that live in the moment, but catching them on replay is a lot of fun too. And it all builds in together. So you're appreciated. Thank you, your mom. Fluffy, thanks for the month there. Thanks for all you do. You're greatly appreciated. Thank you, Fluffy. I appreciate that. That's awesome. Thank you for being here. Tennessee Susie, thank you for the gifted membership there. And I saw the 3-month come in too. Prayers for you, your family, and medical team doing testing. Well, thank you. Appreciate that. Yep. Hoping for the good one. Actually, there's something wrong. I'm hoping for it to be menial. We'll find out. I'm hoping for an answer soon. Because it took me 6 freaking weeks to get to this point. Judy, thanks for the 20 there. Love from Florida, get better. Indeed, thank you. Love return from Tennessee, and I'm hoping for it for sure. Stacy, thanks for the 4 months. Hugs and prayers for tomorrow. You do okay. Indeed. It's at least a test I can't fail. There is no failing test. You pass it no matter what. Tasha, thanks for the 5. Praise tongue. CHF on the transplant list, so I do understand. Well, I praise and love for you too, for real. I hope everything works out with you on that, for sure. I'm misbehaving. Thanks for the 6 there. Off topic. Thank you if you're checking out Ren's Fire in the Booth freestyle rap on his own. Be freaking awesome. Good luck tomorrow. Love you, chat mods. I'll fire that up and put it in just for part of tomorrow. I'm going to be sitting for an hour bored at the hospital. So I'll set that one up, Max Lab, thanks for doing. So there's a new federal case update. Send in now. I wonder what the federal case update is. Let me see. Let me check this out real quick. What's going on with the Fed case? I gotta look into that. Federal case update. A number 92, huh? Good Lord. We're into the 92nd freaking filing. Isn't that nuts, by the way? 92 freaking filings in that. For real, like most cases, an entire case doesn't go 92 filings. You typically don't see that. Plaintiff's motion for protective order. Wow, that's interesting. So we're not going to get to this tonight, but listen to this. I'm just going to read the beginning of this just to tell you, and this will be one to cover. And thank you, Max Lab. Like I said, Max Lab's got that on, got that live wire to it. Plaintiff motion for protective order. Jeremy Hale's undersigned counsel moves the Honorable Court for protective order to reschedule the deposition of Zim for a date convenient for our parties and to preclude the deposition date, March 12th, 2025, unilaterally selected and noticed by defendant's counsel when defendant's counsel was fully aware the plaintiff's attorney already had a previous scheduled deposition date for the same morning. Wow, there's like a bunch of there's a bunch added to this too. This looks nuts, to be honest. Wow, the fireworks never end. So there will be one to cover on that too. Thank you. Like I said, man, you know, I appreciate that as well. I appreciate you, Max Lab, pulling up stuff. Again, give Max Lab some love. Max Lab is, like, again, always on the ball with this stuff, which it's actually very impressive, to be honest, because Max Lab is one of the first people there just all the time. Thank you, Max Lab, for it, for sure. That one dropped in really late in the game today, too, you know? So let me also say CB dropped a 20 there for safe travels tomorrow and getting answers. Indeed. Thank you for that, CB. I appreciate that for sure. Susan dropped a 5 there. I'm looking up the phone number for NAMI also in the U.S. 988 can be called. Yes, talking about last night. Yeah, for people that need help. For sure. I hope we get follow-up as well. Want to make sure, again, somebody made a concerning chat last night, and I want them to feel loved and supported. So I hope we have a follow-up with them. Deborah dropped a 20 too. For love you, Tug. Hey, love return to you as well. Like, again, that's one thing I've really loved about this case too. There's been there's an amazing group of people that have built up around this thing, and I love getting to interact with all you folks. It's fun. We have a lot of fun with it. We cut up, you know. This case is, I started live streaming with Megan because of it. You know, that's one of the things that kicked that off. So it's all been good there. Angela, thanks for the 10 there. Kick butt with your tests. My daughter has issues with her thyroid that have been messing with her heart as she waits for specialists to schedule surgery. Well, hey, love to her too. You know, I hope your daughter is doing okay. And it's ridiculous how long you have to wait, you know, for some of this stuff, for sure. For sure. But love to her. Deja Vu, trial 2. Thanks for the 20. My BP was 40. Lord, that's terrible, man. I survived with doctor appointments. Of course. Yes, indeed. 40/22, though. Man, my lowest, it came in under 90. And that's done recorded. I think there was some that dropped well below that because when all this kicked off, I didn't just think, I mean, I was like, man, I'm out. I don't know what's going on, but this is bad. So 40/22, though. Whew, man. I'm glad to have you here, man. I mean, that is something. Whew. Taz, thanks for the 10. For love, again, bug with love. Thank you, Taz. That is very much appreciated. Thank you. Dan, thanks for 5. Did you see Casey Anthony's parents speak on court TV? I've not. I got to check that out then. Yep, I got a little one. I'm going to say something on that in a second. Hey, kiddo, I'm almost finished now.
Okay.
Yeah,
While I was painting, I did get on my fingers, but somehow when I was washing my hands, I got,
You'll have to scrub them real good.
Oh.
Don't touch your face either. You get paint on your face.
Yeah, that's why I'm not touching my face.
Well,
I just touching my eyes.
Here, and here. So
it's not too bad.
No. Well, you need to go scrub them good, okay? You have to scrub them good to get that off there. Okay? Yeah, okay. I didn't want to say anything. I pushed that one. Casey Anthony. If you don't know about it, first, I'm sure most people know Casey Anthony. If you don't, look the name up, you know, but she's notorious. I watched that trial, delved into it and stuff. I remember it was so big. And she got away with some what she did to her kid is horrific. Absolutely horrific. Now she's been trying to return to a new norm. She thinks she can come on social media, on TikTok. She tried to open up a TikTok account and a Substack. She wants to monetize and to come out and to say that, you know, she's there as an advocate for certain communities. I don't want to tie, I'm not going to say the communities because I don't want them tied to her name. And she's also there to teach people about legal and it's disgusting. And thankfully, the world has called her out on this. You know, she may have beat the charge, but she was guilty. She did this thing. It's just that you had a bunch of idiots on as a jury, and they let her get away with something horrendous. They did not understand what that meant. Hey, Wheat Toast, thank you for a membership, by the way. Thank you. Welcome. Thank you for the membership. Welcome to Thugs. Glad to have you. I love Wheat Toast. I love that. As a purveyor of all things toasty, we had sexy toast. We had sexy pancakes too. So I appreciate it. Misbehaving. Thanks. It's there. This may not be here, but hoping for the best. I want to show love in case they watch the replay. Yes, indeed. Again, I'd like to know that they're good to go. For sure. I would just like that. And I would like to know that they went and followed up. So if you're a friend of theirs, again, just an update on that would be good. Bonnie, thanks for the 2 there. Max Lab, yes, I saw that one. Thank you. Thank you for pointing it out too, Bonnie. Appreciate that. D, thank you for the 10 there. Your snack box for you and the kids. Hey, that's awesome. I appreciate that. Yeah, I need some healthy snack options. I am burnt out on yogurt. That's what I'm telling you. I am tired of yogurt. I've eaten a lot of yogurt. I eat some lean protein stuff and yogurt and fruit. I've been living on that, which is not bad. I mean, it's good for you, but my God, if I see any more blueberry yogurt, I may freaking lose my mind. Like, oh my God. Even the best thing you get tired of after a hot minute. Joyce, thanks for the 10. Easter money for Buck. Thunk you for that. She's definitely down with the Easter candies for sure. She's been, like I said, she got one of those ads. I don't even know where it came from. She brought it to me. It was so exciting. I was like, why is she excited about an ad? I don't know if she ever sat down. She looked at like the Amazon book they mailed, you know, that had all the different stuff in it. They mailed out at Christmas, but I'm talking like a mailer ad. I don't even know where she got a mailer ad from, but man, she was excited about it. And I was like, first of all, I was like, maybe she got it she went to see her grandma today. So maybe she got it from grandma, from her house, but she had brought it home. If she did, because she didn't get it from here, but it had all the Easter candy laid out. She had to show me her candy that she wanted, which I thought was funny. Hazel. What's up, Hazel? How you doing? Thank you for 5 gifted memberships on that. That's awesome. Thank you for the memberships. I love those again, of watching them drop in. Yo, Mom, thanks for the 2 months. Isn't a privacy fence four-sided? Yes, indeed. How can it be a privacy fence if it's not completed? Because a privacy fence would have to be an enclosure. A fence, period, is an enclosure, you know? But a privacy fence, especially, it would need to be 4-sided. You would need to have it locked off for it to actually be a privacy fence. You can't just put up a line across the road and say that that's there. That's what it is for. It's bizarre. It's also bizarre because, one second, I gotta clear my throat. It's bizarre also because the way that it's played out, they want to pretend, all these bad things they did. Well, If they would have just had a privacy fence, nobody can notice it. It's so weird to me.
Dad, can you help me wash my hands?
Yes, I'm finished now. You want to say bye today for me?
Bye.
Is that your bye then? All right. Well, oh, I got a new membership. You want to help me with this one too?
Yeah, I can't hold your hand, so.
You're now Morris. Can you say
No.
yes, thank you for the membership. Thank you. Welcome. Thank you for the membership. Welcome, Tux. I appreciate that.
I can only fist bump you.
Yeah, you kind of didn't get that paint off your hands very
Yeah,
well.
I need help washing my hands.
I will. We'll scrub it off there. You know.
Yeah.
What kind of paint is that? Is that kids' paint you had?
Yeah, I had that paint.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
You got it on your face too.
I can't see it.
You got it right. I can tell where you rubbed your face with it on there. You got it on your forehead. You got it right above your lip.
Yeah, I was trying to wash my face and I had to close my eyes so
she got red paint. So she had red paint that she was messing with, and it's all over her hands. But then she decided to rub her face with it.
No, I put green and red together and made dark red.
Oh, you made green and red, made dark red? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Okay. But
I
anyway.
can't add purple to it.
All right. We're going to do a redirect, right? Hey, we're going to do a redirect, okay? That we are going to send you to Jeremy Hale today. I don't know if I thanked DB, by the way. She sent 20 as well. She sent 20 for the girls. I did not see that one before. So I don't know if I caught that one. Yeah, $20.
For who?
For the girls. That would be you. You and Sissy. Isn't that crazy?
Maybe for Sissy get some candy and me.
Sissy wants a stuffy. Remember?
Sissy buys a stuffy.
Yeah, remember Sissy wants that stuffy. What was that thing called?
Sheldon. I think
Sheldon. Not Sheldon. That's from a different show. Shelly, maybe?
Shelly.
Yeah. Okay.
Shelly.
All right. Well, I'm going to redirect you over to ThATuMBRELLAgUY. They have their live stream coming up tonight in about 30 minutes. But I appreciate you folks, and we will hopefully see you tomorrow. We'll see. I may take tomorrow up. I'm not sure. We'll see how it goes. But I'm sure if not, Megan will probably stream.
Hey, I taught.
Oh, wait. There's one more.
Hey.
I almost missed one, you know. We almost missed two there. Look at that, man. You know. Yeah.
But did they all say that was nice and not rude?
Really?
What does it say?
It's I was talking about something. Somebody says, Joyce said, thanks for the vibe, prayers for good test results.
Oh.
You know, echocardiogram. Maybe I don't remember. One of the tests, I know one of them was a CCTA, and I don't remember what the other thing is. And I'm sure they'll do something else in there too. I'm not sure.
Don't get a video game.
What?
Don't get a video game, you know?
Deja Vu, Trial 2. Thanks for the 10. Your chat and Megan's chat are very difficult to join in. It's different from every. Oh, hey, kiddo. Here, I can't hear this one. Just saying. It's difficult from every other chat I visit. I left for a while, but love you both. Yeah, I don't know. I do let people troll. I let people argue. So, you know, I do let people. I don't want to run a chat where people cannot speak or do their thing. And you're going to have people that will argue and everything else. And, you know, I just don't believe in shutting that out. So maybe that's part of it. I'm not really sure. You can write me about it if I don't understand that. But anyway, I'm going to end. Like I said, write me my email if there's. I'm not going to say that there's a. I think the mods do a good job on something, but you know, sometimes every now and then there could be like an accidental timeout or a banning. But other than that, I don't know. But like I said, write me about it if there's an issue that you see. But anyway, I'm going to end here because I got somebody that's demanding my attention. So I will see you later. Thank you.